I got a call from a homeowner about bees taking over a duck house. Today we're going to remove them for the homeowner so she can feel safe.
That's a lot of bees buzzing.
Right now I'm just prepping. I'm getting my tools, the knife, the hive tool, my smoker, getting it all set up here and trying to figure out what's the best approach to get the wax out of those boxes. How mad are you girls gonna be? And what am I getting myself into? Fucking a lot of bees. Buzzing. Right here, I'm cutting my first piece of wax out. I gotta do this one by one and see if I can find a queen on it, if there's any brood on it, any honey, what kind of wax that is, and then I'm gonna put it to the side. If it's brood, I'm gonna put it in the box so they can take care of it. As I'm cutting the wax out, um, checking to see if there's any eggs, any pollen, honey, brood, anything like that, even the queens on the cells, just to see what kind of wax that is. They were not happy when I was doing this. They were actually really aggressive. So I smoked them a lot in this removal. Usually they wouldn't be needing as much smoke, but they were on the more aggressive side. A lot of the wax that was removed in here was empty and old. They were definitely here for 2 or 3 years. The owner of the house told me that they recently swarmed. There were a lot more bees there, and a cloud of bees just took off. So that makes sense why a lot of this wax is empty.
Almost everything I take out has queen cells.
I was able to get into the brood nest finally, and as I cut them out, the best way to put them into a frame is pretty much having a empty frame and laying the wax inside of it. See this hive right, this frame wax here is actually too long, so I'm cutting it so it fits in between the frame, and then I'm going to use rubber bands to keep it in place, and I will just put that in the box. At this point, I pretty much got all the wax out of the duck house, and you can see that the bees are not happy. They're all gathering on top. So as I open this up again, I'm going to take a look and make sure that I'm not missing nothing and everything is removed as of the wax. Here's a better look at what's going on inside. This box was actually bigger, and there was a bigger hive than I actually thought it was in here. So I was actually surprised.
Kelly.
As I was finishing up, I was smoking them. All the bees were coming out of the box and above. I saw the queen on top, so I grabbed her in that cage, and I'm going to put her in the box now. And hopefully, all the bees will go from the duck house to the beehive now. Once I have the queen in the box, I'm actually scooping up the bees that are balling on the outside of the box and putting them in the beehive. I'm hoping that they will smell the queen and start fanning and telling the rest of the bees, like, hey, this is where she is. We're moving this way now. As I put a few scoops of bees in the box, I was just waiting to see if they would actually start going that way. They weren't, so I'm getting some more scoops up of bees and hoping that they would start going into the box.
When they don't want to listen, they don't want to work with you. Yeah, do desperate matters.
They would not leave that duck house alone. They kept going back into it every time I scoop them. So what I did was I removed the duck house and put the beehive where the duck house used to be, and I dumped all the bees into the hive. So now majority of them are on the hive. They should start fanning and moving in with the queen. I'm going to leave it like this for a few hours and the bees to move in, and then I will bring them to my bee yard.